You're welcome. Your vape was on the table.
Appreciate it.
What a wonderful way to start the stream. So everyone,
Happy birthday!
vapes on the table for everyone.
Vape!
That's Bill's gift to you all. Now, what flavor we got, Bill?
Well, today we are using, let's see, Air Factory Cookie Crunch.
Fair.
That sounds like a weed.
You know.
Well, Right. So we're playing a game, I guess. Something like that tonight. BX Dungeons and Dragons. Back to our Mystara setting. It's been going on for a long time, and we're in the kingdom building phase as our characters are of a sufficient level to do so. Sort of. They're doing a bang-up job so far. Let me tell you. Let's tell you all about it, starting with Richard. Who are you playing, Richard?
I don't know anymore. It's been so long since we started this. Hi, I'm Richard, and I am playing Scrimbleshanks, the amazing halfling of no renown, I guess. Yeah, no renown sounds about right.
He keeps trying. He tells about all of his renown. It just no one hears you after the first 20 minutes. That's what it is. Constantine, who you got tonight?
I'm Jenkins with the slightly dented head today.
Only slightly dented. You had a priest work on it.
Yeah, I mean, the brain needs to be undented, but I can ask the favors from the gods. There will be no consequences of doing so. None whatsoever.
You just have a scar now instead of like an actual indented skull. Dion, who you got?
Yes, I'm Dion tonight. I am playing Stoltine Reinbach the 7th, a level 5 cleric mage.
With the crackly microphone. Can't figure out what's doing that. Yeah,
Hold on.
Yeah. We may end up going back to using Zoom. My year is almost over with StreamYards. I haven't been incredibly impressed with it. Bill, who you got?
Well, I'm Bill. I am playing Radnor the Large. He is a level 9 human wizard, and he is very large.
He is.
Yes.
He is indeed. Jameis, playing Galen off the camera right now. We assume he's coming back unless he's had a home invasion, in which case he keeps the good stuff in the china cabinet. Now Richard's like, no, he doesn't. It's like, I've already been there.
China cabinet. Come on.
Fair enough. Okay, so last session, some things happened, but more importantly, the season ended. And you guys decided on some tasks that would break us into the new season, including building a chapel, primarily to one of the, quote, pagan or original gods of the land, but with ample room and support for other worship, which your war cleric was quite happy with, and the townsfolk, after spending some bits, the townsfolk responded well to. So your population is feeling better about things, not quite so morose. They're seeing that they're seeing the possibility that Stoltheim's leadership could bring the duchy into. Some of the other things you did is you started having some miners be trained by the dwarves that are still in your employ. So when you do start up those mining operations, you will have trained workers instead of those having to learn on the job. Just never a good idea.
I was looking forward to the mine collapse. Never mind.
Well, that still could happen. Third thing is that the relationship between the demi-humans and the humans, primarily goblins at this point, with a small, very small smattering of orcs. It's mostly goblins. Better. Stable, maybe. Best you can hope for at this point. But there does seem to be a bit more camaraderie. They are beginning to talk to each other more after figuring some rudiments of trade common. They can actually get through the language barrier. So things are looking good with that. Our wizard is preparing to figure out a new mighty spell, and they spent a season doing some workshopping on it. So what's the spell that you're trying to create?
Oh, geez, I think I wrote it down somewhere. I completely forgot.
I have forgotten too. I know we joked around about like the next iteration of dyspeptic bowels, like broadcast dyspeptic bowels, and
Yeah, something like that. It had something to do with dyspeptic bowels. I know
oh,
that.
did it? Did it really?
Yes,
I thought that was a joke.
that's kind of my specialty. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so your choice. You can continue gathering more bonuses as you do more research, or you can try to make the roll now to see if the spell is learned.
Seeing as how I forgot what I was going to do, I think I'm going to spend another season researching.
Yeah. Maybe a dyspeptic bowel with a communicative process. So once one person craps the drawers, the next one does, the next one does. Kind of like you
Chain
have to do with
dyspeptic
someone
bowel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
There you go.
That's a good one.
It's like a Chowder episode of Family Guy all over again.
So coming into the season, we're just getting out of winter, going into spring. The winter was fairly mild this year, but going into spring, things are better for your populace, but it is many of your folks are coming up telling you that, look, we're going to have a problem bringing the harvest this year. There's not enough of us. We're going to have a hard time tending the fields that we do have. The goblins will help, of course, as they now have a stake in this. That's their food too. Secondarily, if they don't bring in enough produce, your kingdom will suffer in that you're not going to have, well, you're already not taxing them. So, but you won't have trade goods to trade out to other kingdoms either, because you haven't started your mining yet. So really the only thing you have to trade is timber, which you've already been doing. That was a staple of your province, and food. So these are the things that are brought before you by the populace as so you don't have a keep anymore. Your keep was destroyed. So you guys are just kind of doing your business out of one of the empty homes, I guess.
So we have a manpower problem, yes?
You have a population problem.
Yeah, manpower problem. I can think of two solutions right now. One, we try and find a tribe, or the more interesting one, if you're willing to just hear me out, Scribbleshanks.
9 months and 10 years
Wait,
later.
is it Scribbleshanks or Holstein? I don't remember which. Stoltime. Stoltime. Okay, so
Scribbleshanks is usually the one that'd be doing this. Yeah.
okay, so Stoltime, if you're willing to hear me out, I'm going to offer a case on a way to get a lot of people very interested in coming here.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know how I'm a native, and most countries around here are racist towards natives?
Never
What
said.
if
Yeah, okay.
What if we're not? What if we provide, I guess, a land or home, I guess you could say? We're still under an empire and we're still a vassal, but we could say that they're welcomed here.
I mean, anyone's welcome here, but people don't want to move here because it's not protected and they don't want to have to build something, even though there's houses.
I mean, yes,
it's
but we
not
could
populated.
we could try and use that as a way to try and legitimize hiring some of the natives that might have more skills in that department than us. Because, well, let's be frank, there's probably a bunch of guerrilla units or troopers out there that know more about holding and controlling land than us. There's probably plenty of resistance.
I can see the posters now. Come to the kingdom of death. If you survive, have this square foot of land. All yours.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but I mean, it's a place to call home.
I mean, that's what we've been trying to do. To be
What if we had like a
from the
tournament?
get-go.
The tournament
the
might be-
tournament.
You know, like jousting and wrestling and, you know, all that
Wrestling
kind of
would
stuff.
probably be cheaper, and also would probably still be fun and nice.
I feel like before we try to draw people here, we really need to buckle down on solidifying that there can be a here for people to come to in a month or
True.
two.
So I've zoomed in on the map a little bit. So the area marked 13, where the pin is kind of where your quote capital is right now, because outside of this area, it's just free farmsteads and not a large group of people. Now, all these other numbers, though, are places that you haven't really spent a lot of time exploring or trying to find out what your actual population is.
Mhm.
Okay. So there are people living in these other areas here in your province. It's just there's not enough of them to be considered like even a hamlet. It's just like a farmstead with a family or two. And there may be one of those every 100 miles or so, you know.
We could try and consolidate those people into this area we have now. There might be some people there that might know how to help defend a bit better and build a wall.
Hmm.
I mean, we have definitely plenty of tinder for it, I will say. We have plenty of wood. We have more wood than we
Didn't-
need.
Didn't we build a wall
Did we?
this
Hmm.
season? We didn't
No.
build a wall.
No wall.
Okay.
Yeah, we still
We're
haven't
building
built
a-
The primary thing was the church, which is completed and did well for you as far as getting your happiness of your population up. The second thing was training your miners, not mining, but training your miners. And the third thing was the relationship with your demi-humans.
Okay. Alright. So, yeah. Definitely next season we should look into a wall at this point if things don't burn down.
All right, so I'm pulling up the document, Domains of Stoltheim. Let me grab the link again in case you guys have lost it.
You can pin it on the channel.
Yeah, I'll put it in the private chat on here in the stream cards. There you go. Okay, so this is what you rolled for population. So there are places that have a larger population than when your capital city does right now, actually. Hex 11, for instance, has a much higher population. But you don't know what that's comprised of.
We could go check. I would not mind going.
One has a big population too, apparently.
Yeah.
Right?
We
Are we
One,
trying to run a census? Are we doing a census here?
Yes, and
Maybe
also
should maybe.
we
So
should
these-
also continue. Sorry.
I was going to say, these population numbers are just reports back to you. Like the last time anyone did a census in this area, this is what you were told, but it gives you very scant information. You don't know what they're comprised of, if they're human, demi-human, natives, non-natives, you don't know.
Also, eventually, we might have to do some form of tax, but we should try and avoid it as much as possible, as according to your rule.
I think I said for the first 2 years we're not going to tax them.
Okay.
That
So
gives us
after
time to
those
build
2
things
years.
up. Yeah.
Okay, that's a fair enough point.
Hey, while I'm researching that spell, I'm also going to take some time to take those, you know, that stuff I got from that guy in that spaceship. I figure there's some seeds in there. I'm going to plant that shit.
Sure. That's not a domain action. If you want to plant that yourself in your wizard's tower, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, the wizards.
Is that the space weed?
Yes.
Space weed.
Oh yes!
We're going to have a lot of space weed in a couple
Oh my
of
God.
I'm gonna puff that shit hard. Fuck yeah.
It'll be the happiest dookie in the land.
Nothing wrong with that.
I said dookie.
I mean, we could spend time exploring the surrounding area. This if we wanted to spend the time doing that. I mean, we didn't have anything else too pressing really at the moment, did we? I mean, we're just waiting for any sight or knowledge of the people that were trying to fuck us up before. So, I mean, do we want to just, like, try and explore the surrounding areas and get a
I don't think it
census?
would
The
hurt. I
next
mean,
season of stuff Bill was going to roll with Screw Us or something. I don't know if he's done that.
Yeah.
We should probably like know what's in our lands before we do much more.
Yeah, we
You
could
know?
do a little cross-country tour.
Yeah, I mean, it's our heartland. We should at least see what type of people we're working with, you know?
Okay. And remember, you have the aid of one company of elite mercenaries now, too. So the Green Company is here to support you. There's nobody that's skilled for skilled labor. They're essentially their one unit or one war unit. So if you want to leave them stationed in your capital while you're out, at least they will have some protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
Okay.
My other thought is have them map it out, because they're from the map making guild, but
They have no appreciable skills
Yeah,
other
you
than
said war
fighting
unit,
and
so
they
yeah,
are
that's why I
they
figured.
are yeah.
They don't have any cartographers with them currently.
No.
Let's at
Yeah.
least check out the very populated areas so that we can see what we have. Maybe we'll see some resources we haven't seen yet.
You can hire someone to go into your province and get you information back, but it will deplete your holdings money, and it's pretty low as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
can't we just make the Green Company do it?
They're not
Again,
really
they're not
trained in
skilled.
it. They're fighters.
They're not skilled. Yeah.
They're
You can
they're
send them
mainly sent
in.
for guard duty. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can send them in, and they'll say, "Yeah, you had a population of 140 families, killed 120 of them."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Scribble Shanks would be definitely more diplomatic about all of it. So we should at least have Scribble Shanks
You
do
would
it.
tell them all about
I'm
it.
a diplomat.
Well, you're the most charismatic one I've met so far.
That's great.
I don't know.
Never meet anybody else ever again, please.
His book on diplomacy, page 1, is if they refer to him as a half man, they burn. If they don't,
Well, no one ever expects the half man to be witty. No one expects it. No one expects it.
yes, Jameis is back with us playing Galen.
Come
All
on.
right. So, yeah, if you guys want to start it off with doing some exploration, you're looking over essentially the tax record. For the last time anybody ruled over this province, and they've got their, what were they called, doomsday books, basically a listing of families and cattle and whatever they held, what they did with the province, that sort of thing. Although yours is much amended, and it really just tells you the population of the area, not really what they do or what their holdings are.
All right. Well,
Yeah, let's do some exploration, I'd say.
11's the closest one.
Yep.
I think we've been to
Oh.
like 12.
Let's
13.
let's put Bill on the spot for a moment, because Bill's wizard tower takes up hex 8, and there is a population of 80 around there. So Bill, who or what are those 80, and what are they doing there?
I don't know. Maybe they're farmers,
Okay, so they're farmers.
and I'm sure there are a few of them that know a whole lot about gardening, and I can have them help me with my, my little project in the tower there.
So what we had down is the province produced spell ingredients. So you probably did have people there that were selling directly to the old wizard that was who was the resident of that tower. So yeah, about 80 folks, farmers that deal with herbs, spices, and other things that you can use in your spell research. We can
I
say.
like it.
So what are they? Are they primarily humans? Are they a mix of humans and demi-humans? Are they Trollodarans, which are the natives, which is more likely? They could be Thaatian, though. Could
I'm
be
going
a
to say
small
they're
group of-
Tralladarians, and they're probably more agrarian. Their families have been here for a really long time,
Sure.
kind of thing.
Yeah. Ancestral lands, which they begrudgingly will bow to whatever
Yeah.
new ruler is in the area.
Wait, do natives speak their own language?
Yes.
Oh, what's it called?
Trolladaran,
Tralladarian.
Okay, cool.
which you may or may not be able to speak. It depends on your intelligence bonus.
Uh, no, probably not. But my
Actually,
character would wanna.
no, I take that back. If you're native, you do speak
Yeah.
Trolladaran, but you may not speak anything else. So you
Well-
may not even speak trade tongue or trade common if
I
you don't.
speak. I'd say I'd speak both, but I cannot read it.
That's fair. Yeah, we can do that. Speak
Yeah.
trade common, but you certainly can't read the numbers and such. Okay, so Bill, you've got about 80 some folks that work the lands, till the lands around your keep, and they had a pretty good deal going with a former wizard there. They provided him with spell ingredients, and he would give them gold and protection. So if you want to continue that, then that is a resource for you. It's also a resource for your province, as they undoubtedly are producing more spell ingredients than you can use yourself. So they could be sold
No.
off.
I don't know if I'm the right level for this, but am I the right level for an apprentice?
What level are you?
9.
Your name level.
Okay. Might see about getting an apprentice if somebody shows an affinity.
Okay. You're holding tryouts.
Yeah.
Quick,
I'm going
someone
to cast a spell. If you don't burn to death,
Whoever doesn't
Like
shit
something.
themselves.
Somebody
yeah, there you
see
go.
if Winky
Do
can
it.
do magic.
Do it by spell resistance. You just every day you go out and you cast dyspeptic bowels, and whoever doesn't soil their britches are on the short list.
Wow, I like it.
Well, it'll produce plenty of night soil for all their gardening needs. Okay, so that's
Fertilizer.
Hex 8. So Hex 8 is taken care of. Bill can report back to you guys what's there. Native Trolladarans, it's ancestral homes. They've always been farmers. They know a lot about herbs and have lots of knowledge of the local flora and fauna. So that's 8. So you wanted to go where? 11?
Yeah, right in between.
All right.
Might have gone through there, but we've never really explored it thoroughly. So, you know.
Okay, so these are 8-mile hexes, I believe. Let me make sure here. Yep, 8-mile hexes. Okay, so 11 is it's mostly grasslands and rolling hills, low-level hills. Stoltheim, make me a charisma check.
Crit. Wait, no, I looked
Nice.
at the wrong thing.
Oh,
Success. Sorry, I hit it and my scroll went up instead of staying at the bottom, and the first thing was a D12 and he rolled a 13.
Okay, so the
I
first
rolled a
group of-
4.
the first group of people that you run into, they're dirty, like they're just caked with mud and gravel, and they've got pickaxes and shovels. So you think they're miners, maybe? They've got hats that have candles that are arranged around the brims, that sort of thing. And what you find out in just talking to them, kind of telling them that you're the new liege, and they're like, grumble, grumble. Oh, no taxes. Okay.
you friend.
So what you took to be rolling hills, they actually tell you this is what most of the folks in this province actually deal in. They're not. They're ancient burial places. They're tombs. They used to be rock cairns, and over the decades and hundreds of years, earth just kind of grew over them. Grass took their places. So all these rolling hills that you see, as far as you can see, are all burial tombs.
It's fucking metal.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to know.
So yeah, I mean, these are Troglodyans. They're natives. They tell you that they're not. They were here when their forefathers first settled the area. So they're not their holy places or burial sites. They tell you stories of what they find, or their skeletons of humans, but of very large proportions, like giant proportions, which is not. I mean, you've got hill giants, in the hills just beyond your province anyway. So they're about that height, 8-9 feet tall, not enormous, but left in burial repose on altars of stone. Burial goods were usually raw gems, very primitive weapons. They didn't know iron, so everything was like early. What was just above the Stone Age, but before the Iron Age? Bronze Age. Yeah, so they had started. They had knowledge of smelting bronze. So some of the more impressive pieces they found were of bronze, but most of it was stone or gems.
I wonder where they got the tin.
Well, they tell you. I mean, there's their forefathers used to mine these hills for tin because there is tin deposits.
Okay. Speaking in the native language, because I think they would really like it if one of the people that worked with the Liege spoke.
Actually, I think
proper one.
Stoltheim speaks Trollodaran, don't you?
Do you?
I speak Sylvan, French, and Common.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna be the translator until I can. Although later, if we have.
Oh, they can speak Common. I mean, most people can speak Trade Common, but yeah, if you want to speak in their native dialect, they seem to be okay with Stoltheim.
Well, yeah, they don't pay taxes. That kind of helps.
More importantly, they're also suffering from the fact that there's no real defenses. They get raided from giants coming down from the hills a lot. They, interestingly enough, don't have a lot of problems with any of the greenskins, orcs, goblins, that sort. Very little problem. Mostly the goblins will actually come and trade with them, and they've got a pretty good trade deal with a local goblin clan.
I wonder if we could.
A local clan?
Yes. They call themselves the Night Ravens. They're nocturnal. They don't like the sunlight, and they trade for foodstuffs.
I noticed that you guys have mining gear. Are you in need of miners? We were aware there's mining deposits in the land here, and we've trained a good amount of miners.
Oh yeah, my father and his father used to mine these hills for tin many years ago. But to be honest with you, sir, begging your pardon, I'm not sure what your proper honorific is, but we're gonna go with sir. Raiding these burial tombs has been more profitable. Occasionally, we'll find a big fat cat like the one that Constantine's got his hands on. No, raiding these burial tombs have been far more profitable than mining, and somewhat safer, as those burial tombs shored up real well. They knew their rock. They knew working with stone, and most of these mounds are very safe. Very safe. Occasionally, somebody will catch a sickness from vapors, but we know how to avoid those now. And you notice that one of them kind of got like this long, hollow pole with them. So yeah, we've learned how to vent gas first, just in case.
Use rags. Put a rag over your face. If it's bad enough that it starts going through the rag, you need to, vent out the entire thing for like a day or two.
Yeah, we lost a few people doing it that way. Man, the pole works real well.
Pole works better? Fair enough. My family wasn't in that business for a while. My family we've been priests for a couple thousand years. I don't remember how long our family's been around.
they kind of look at you sideways like priests, huh?
I'm not about to force my religion on you. The last time they did that, well, we got attacked by goblins, and that was not a fun thing. Although,
No, we've gotten several missionaries coming through here, and everybody trying to convert us over to this newfangled faith, the Church of Karmikos.
oh,
New
what the fuck is
gods, new
that?
fancy clothes, new fancy rights, and we only got to give up 10% of our wealth. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that sounds like a fake fucking god. My god does not do that. You
Back then-
join, you make big acts, you have good day. Sorry.
no,
Sorry,
you're
sorry.
good. Back at the capital, we've dedicated a open shrine church setting. It's mostly for the lady at the moment. Wanted to stay close to the roots of the area, and one of my
Proper church to the
companions
lady.
here is
We got
yes,
one of them
myself and
around
my
here.
companion are followers. So it's
You
also
got us an old
open.
site.
Yeah, it's also open to other religions as well. Whoever come as you are, it's just a place of peace and refuge. But if any of you wish to practice, feel free to come to the capital. And there's a church now. I've built it. Well, I've had my men build it. But
You got yourself a proper trading place yet? I mean, we got gemstones that we can't sell. I mean, who knows around here got any real use for it, but we understand that folks have need of this sort of thing. You can turn it in for, well, some better tools and
Well, we're
gemstones. We could get into talks with some trading routes with Penhalgian. If you have goods to trade, we've had a lack of goods, so this could help us move the ball forward with a trading post.
well, we got gemstones.
you're kind of lucky on that route. Or the area we set up shop in is right next to the river, so there's plenty of merchants going down that river that we could probably sell gems to and such. I mean, boats are faster than horses, so there's plenty of people on that river, I bet.
No, you guys are all set up down there next to Mel's Hole.
Somewhat.
Yes.
Oh, well, all right. All
We
right.
even got some goblins who made peace with us. That's been fun.
Any knowledge about the surrounding areas, the provinces? I kind of pull out my little map and like my crudely drawn map.
Oh, they tell you about the wizard that lives just above the Manate. Of course, you already know.
Oh, yes,
about that.
Radnor.
They don't know that there's a new wizard, though.
Radnor. Yes, he's recently moved in. He's taken over the tower.
Okay.
Good
And
man.
he tells you there's some Fey mingled folk. He won't say 7, but over there in
Oh?
Hex 7. Yeah,
Oh.
they're old families that mingled with some of the Fey, and they got a bit of that Fey blood. They live underground.
I
Don't
can't
come out
trust them.
much.
Underground.
I don't trust that. I don't trust that.
Do you have anybody that could be a guide? I myself am familiar.
I'm afraid not. My family and Daryl's family here, my other brother Daryl's family here. We all stay in the area. We just, like I said, we make a living going through these old burial tombs. We don't get out much more than that. It's not safe. We got hill
Yes.
giants coming down from the north.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes. Well, if things get bad, please, you're always welcome to come straight to the capital for protection. I have men with the Green Company that are working as town guard temporarily. I also, if you have an updated census of your own of the local families here, the information would be very beneficial for.
Well, I know all the
recommend.
families that live here, of
Kingdom.
course. We tighten it. Little group. We're all spread out. We got little parcels just all over the area. No real central area at all.
Any teachers?
Teachers. Well, I
well,
learned from my pappy. My pappy learned from his pappy.
well, I can't really learn from my pappy because my pappy's
His pappy learned from a demon, we hear. That's just a joke.
Okay, that's a joke. I was about to actually have to kill something. Okay, fair enough.
Hey, maybe he wasn't that bad. He just had a lot going on.
Demons are demon. You can't really trust most demons.
Time is having the shifty dog eyes about this time.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
people that make deals with demons. They're usually either desperate, their family fucked them, or it's not very fun.
Well, look, we like our independence out here. These farmsteads here have gone back a few generations who don't really care much for moving to a city and all. But if you want to open up some kind of trade, we can provide some gemstones. If we can get some money and support back, we can use a bit of protection out here in the frontier. If you want to make yourself a tower or a keep out here, that would be really useful, keeping them giants away.
Yeah,
I mean, we can support them. We got several farms here, and we got some cattle. I mean, we can produce a little bit of food if you want to make a little garrison or something to help protect the area.
I will keep that in mind. That would be good to know, especially with such a profitable region and such hardworking, down-to-earth people such as yourselves. I appreciate it, and I'm pleased to meet you.
If you got a mind to go into any of these tombs, take yourself a bit of tin or a bit of copper with you. It's always safe. A little offering to any unquiet spirits.
Oh. Well, I think I'll leave the grave exploring to the people who live here. Let you enjoy the riches you find, and we'll focus more on the mines in the other areas we've heard of. Any knowledge about them? I remember there were like 2 separate mines we knew about in the hills. So I'm gonna like point them out. Like anything about this area that you aware of mining wise?
No, you get the idea that I mean, him and his family have been here for generations. They don't really move that far around. It's
Okay.
dangerous.
Yeah.
This is wild land. He does invite you back to his home. You've traveled fair distance. If you'd like to have some dinner with him and his family, he'd be glad to host you.
So,
You guys want some home cooked dinner?
can I ask them 2 questions?
Hmm?
I was gonna ask them, have you guys heard of any kobolds around here? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want to know. And secondly, are the orcs friendly, or are they just leaving you guys mostly alone?
Oh, we haven't seen orcs here in a while. We hear it's been a problem elsewise, but not around here.
I mean, because, like, if there's a friendly orc tribe, I mean...
Well, no, it's not that they're friendly. It's just they don't come through this area. I mean, I remember my grandpapa used to talk about the giants that lived here had something against the orcs, and like the memories are strong and go back through bloodlines, and they just avoid the place.
Okay, that's a shame. I was about to try and use my grandfather's method of befriending orcs. I don't know how effective it was, but I would try it still.
Now the night goblins, they're quite. I don't know if you call them friendly. They're a little standoffish, but we've never had trouble with them, and they like to trade. They're short of food. They like particular vegetables.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Do they like fish? Do they like fishing?
Yeah, haven't really. There's not really any good rivers around here. Don't know.
Well, there's a river south of here. If they like fishing, they could definitely fish on there. Fishing's quite nice. And also, oh, that's not a river. That's just lines. Okay, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's my question then.
But Showtime, he'll Ned, that's the guy you're talking to, will gift you with a necklace that's got a couple of thin lozenges of copper and tin, just kind of hanging off of a very plain hemp line. They all wear them whenever they go into any of the burial tombs. They don't know why. It's just something their forefathers did, and but nobody's ever risked not using them. Might be folklore, might not.
I thank him for. Well, I thank him, and I will treasure it. I actually don't have a necklace on, so I put it on.
All right. It's very crude, but yeah,
It's
it
a
clatters
gift.
a little. It's a gift.
I like
Um,
it.
So let's say you were checking out the province through most of the early morning into the afternoon. So Ned will take you back to his homestead. And it's a big sprawling affair. You can tell that it's built in like a longhouse sort of fashion, but you can tell that the stones that make up the first floor, there's really only one floor. The top floor you can tell is just it's just a high peaked roof. But the stone is old. Like they probably built it from ruins that were already here. And you can see where the fresh timbers had been lashed to it and building up like another story. There are lots of children, lots of young teens around tending the fields. They've got cattle, sheep. They have sheep, chickens. Yeah, it's just a productive farmstead. All in all, his family is about 20 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so nice little profitable farmland area here. Crypts if people feel adventurous. That's always interesting. Adventures are always a good thing to pull.
Galen, you see an old altar to the lady. It's old megalithic style, like it's a pillar stone with a flat altar. May have been here, may have just been something they have unearthed, but it looks like they keep it up. It's freshly tended. There's offerings out on the stone slab.
Is it consecrated?
Yes, it is. You can definitely feel the lady's touch as you get near it. All in all, everyone seems to be strong, healthy. There's a good number of children, good number of teens, few adults. And the house is it's long. Everybody seems to sleep under the same roof. You know, everybody seems normal. Looking around, everybody give me a D6 roll, please. And Richard's like, when he says normal.
They seem normal. Yeah. That's immediately suspicious. Because nobody is normal.
6, 6, 5, 6.
Yep.
Okay.
Lots of sixes.
Absolutely everything feels like it's just a very rustic farm. Very operable. Looks like they produce quite a bit of food, far more food than just 20 people could eat. And you do notice that they have got some primitive silos, so they probably keep grain. They invite you in for the evening's meal. I invite you to stay if you'd like afterwards. Very rambunctious. It's very loud as everybody just talks freely. They pass large trenchers of food back and forth around the table. If you want to introduce yourself, you can. Otherwise, Ned just tells, hey, this is the new knob.
Yeah,
And
it is I. Your new knob.
Everyone's like,
Go along with that.
it's okay. He's not going to tax us. Yay.
Well, at least for the first 2 years. We can't
Ah.
avoid it. Hey, I can't avoid it forever. I wish I could. Trust me. Everyone I met here has been amazing, but I'm not rich either.
Right. Well, I mean, but that just sparks some conversation about like, well, you know, if you want to tax us, well, how are we gonna make the money? Are you gonna tax us in grain? You're gonna tax us in anyway, again, they reiterate that they would like to have some kind of trading hub done so that they can afford to do such things. And again, you hear about again, they're not having the problem that your province is with orc raids, but they are having problems with giants. It's not that often, maybe once a season, they'll come in. And generally, if you leave them alone, they'll just take a few cattle, some sheep, and they'll leave. So that's how they've been dealing with it.
How common is spice, like peppers?
There are no peppers in Carmi. Yeah.
God damn it. I was about to suggest the most wild fucking thing because there is one way to fucking make any creature that eats cattle leave. Just cover in pepper spice. They will never touch it again. They will stay away. It works so well. That's how they got wolves in Norway to stop touching the cattle.
No, pepper is one of those spices that people trade a lot of money or goods for coming across the mountain range. The Darakeen are all well known for their spices. There's not too many spices grown on this side of the mountains. Lots of herbs. But yeah, salt. Salt's hard to come by. I mean, the salt they have is mined out of the earth. So they don't do sea salt harvesting, in other words. So they mine it.
That's fair enough. All right.
Okay. So question, Stoltheim and crew. Staying the night or pushing on? I mean, Bill's or Radnar's province is within an evening's trip to get to his area. If you would like to stay there instead, up to you.
We want to party at Radnar's, and then we can go to 7 the next day. Maybe just like work our way through this week, like go from 11 to 8, 8 to 7, 7 to like 10, and then back to 13, because it'd be like a couple of days, unless we get interrupted by a terrible event.
You can go through the entire thing, like 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1, 4.
We want to do that? Yeah.
Don't see why not. Well, if we do stay here, we might be able to have a chat with the night goblins or whatever if they turn up.
Yeah. Can we set up a meeting with the night goblins?
Does any one of us speak Goblin?
Trade common. Most of us would, I think, because they communicate with the goblins.
Nobody here speaks Goblin. They tell you, yeah, they know trade common well enough to make a deal.
Okay. I was about to bring that up. We're gonna have to find someone that can speak like Goblin in the other languages soon. That's gonna make it easier.
We got Winky for that. He's our goblin liaison. He's great. Love
Winky's back in the province, though, keeping tabs on things. So after a good meal, everybody fills up. They've got very weak beer that they serve just to wash everything down, and they don't know the night ravens, or is the clan of goblins is called. They generally leave a mark on one of the trees on the outer edge of the farm to let them know that they want to trade. No such mark was left yesterday, so they don't know if they'll be by or not. They don't have any other real way to signal them, but you're welcome to. If they happen to come out today, they do have watches. Their farm hands or the young teens kind of take turns through the night just to keep an eye on things.
Okay.
Richard, your microphone is muted.
For a minute, when you said watches, I was thinking of Omarus. How do they have watches?
All right. Getting into the evening then, as everybody kind of gathers around the fire. It's spring. There's still a little bit of chill in the air. Some tobacco is. They do have tobacco here, so tobacco is brought out with pipes. Everybody's having a pleasant smoke. Will everybody please make me a save versus poison?
Fucking
I failed.
Okay, give me a second.
Poison.
Failure!
All right, everybody that failed. Just, the pleasant conversation, the smoke, and the full bellies. You just kind of get lulled to sleep in front of the fire, start snoring, you lull off. Those of you that succeeded, I mean, it seems perfectly normal. You're a little tired, too. Your bellies are full with very rich food. And again, the smoke itself is very calming and relaxed. And your guests just continue to speak on. You don't really think much about it. Who succeeded? So Scrimbleshank succeeded.
And Galen
succeeded.
So this is a talk-off, is it? I can do one of those.
There is no one that can talk better than Scribbleshanks out there.
Okay. The rest of you just kind of, gently just drift off to sleep. Scribbleshanks continues to talk. Galen is particularly still wide awake for whatever reasons.
He doesn't sleep.
He's telling everybody how awake he is.
Hmm.
Galen is an enigma.
Scribbleshanks, I mean, like, you can continue to talk on. Eventually, your hosts start to get tired themselves, and you and Galen are the last two that are awake, and they just bring out some thick quilts and throw it over the people that's fallen asleep on the chair. They tell you, Scribbleshanks and Galen, that you're welcome to curl up by the fireplace, or we can find you a bed if you'd rather, but it's pretty cozy by the fire.
A traveler. I'm used to sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
If not rough, then at least not in a bed all the time. So I'm happy
Okay.
here by the fire, I guess.
Plus, don't interrupt Scribbleshanks while he was in his hour-long speech again.
But your hosts throw some more logs on the fire, get everything nice and roasty against the chill of the night, and you're left to your own devices. They tell you that there'll be fresh bread and some mutton in the morning if you'd like to stay around from that. Otherwise, they'll just bid you a good day and safe journeys.
Are any of the others falling asleep? Any of the villagers?
Not here. Pretty much the family.
Yeah.
They just go up to their rooms. Basically, the second floor, for what it is just that's where everybody sleeps.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, they retire, leaving you with this roaring fire and your friends just snoring away.
Look at Galen. Well, these people don't have to die. They haven't called me a half man, so I don't know what to do now.
Actually, now that you're mentioning that, they didn't even at no time did anyone even take a second glance at you. Like they're used to having hen around, or they knew exactly what your people were.
It's a little okay.
So yeah, Scribbleshanks, Galen, everyone else is snoring away. You're a little drowsy yourself, but
Oh, seems like we've got first watch then.
I guess so. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what we're watching out for here, though. Is there danger from within or without?
It's always good to be on watch.
Both of them.
Okay.
But I'd like to sort of go outside, go watch outside, especially if the goblins night watch particularly turn up, night ravens turn up. So I'm going to take off outside.
yeah, you unlatch the door and go out into the cold night air, leaving Scribbleshanks. Scribbleshanks, you going to sleep or are you going to stay up on
I'll
watch?
stay on watch as well, as we usually do it in sort of pairs. But I'll stay inside because I don't have any sort of night vision.
Okay. Roll a d6 for me, Scribbleshanks.
You can all die inside. Woo! Inside.
Galen wins D&D.
I'll be right back.
6. I got a 4.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What's your AC?
Not good.
5.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
You the fire is roaring. It's nice and warm. You take a big yawn. You stretch your arms over your head, and get a little mosquito bite or some fly kind of smacks you on the neck. Make me another save versus poison.
Oh, God, not blowpipes. Or not blowpipes. Yep.
Okay.
Exact.
So you pull it back, expecting to see a squashed bug, but instead you find this little sliver of wood that's got a little chicken's feather tuft on the end of it, and you hear somebody kind of quietly curse behind you. Roll for initiative. You can add your dex into it.
Yay!
Edge
Yeah, well, that gives me 1 better.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. You're faced with 3 of the older teenagers. They've got saps, little sacks with lead pellets in them in their hands. Obviously, they're trying to subdue you. You do get the jump on them, though, after quickly noticing that someone just tried to dose you with something. So it's your turn first.
Well, I will pull out my sword and go, alarm, alarm, and just stab the closest one.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
If you were trying to, I mean, it cannot be cannibalism because, not enough people are up here, so I'm not really sure why. Well, perhaps you can tell me later. If you survive. Yeah!
Ow! You hit one, but for only a single point of damage. They follow up as they descend upon you, raining blows upon you with their saps. Each of these are +1. So 10. What's your AC?
5.
5, so 10. So 2 of them are going to end up hitting you.
Ouch. Oh, high level thugs. High level teens.
Yeah.
10 points of damage.
All right.
Are you still up?
Yeah.
Okay. Then one of the boys are like, these hens sure are robust. We're gonna have to hit him over the head more to put him down, Shim. Well, then hit him. Meanwhile, outside, the doors and everything are really thick, but you do have exceptional elven hearing. So roll me a d6, Galen.
By exceptional, do you mean a 2? Oh, damn it, I'll make it.
Okay, so you do hear something from back there, but the other thing that you notice is you're rounding the corner and you kind of get a good look at the barn. And there's maybe a 10-foot tall kind of woven straw and grass kind of facsimile of a humanoid. He's got 2 arms,
Really?
2 legs, and a head.
Really? Really, we're doing
And Galen, you know exactly what that is, considering that's one of the offerings that are often given to the lady in one of her more chaotic stages, shall we say?
Oh, so stop.
The sacrifice. Yeah, that's a Wicker Man sacrifice right there. So what do you do?
Well, I thought worshiping the ladies. There is something on there. Yeah.
It's like, well, she hasn't had a good sacrifice in a while, so meh.
Yeah.
What do you do, Galen?
I'm going to let them beat up on Scribbleshank symbol. Yeah,
I mean, this Wicker Man definitely catches your eye, and you're not exactly sure what you heard from the door, just some noise.
So I'll probably go over look at the barn and examine what's going on there, which is, going to be tough for Scribbleshank.
Okay. Are you trying to stealth it, or are you just walking over?
No, I'm just walking over. I don't think there's anything to stealth for. Not that I can stealth anyway, but yeah.
Okay. In which case, roll me d6.
Paranoia. I'm attacked from above. Rolling the dice.
Okay, you're not surprised. So yeah, as you walk over, you see that the Wicker Man is being prepared in the traditional methods. The feet are being bathed in a mix of blood and dye, and some of the older teens and adults are there. They've got woad on their face. They're mostly naked, wearing just basically a ceremonial loincloth sort of thing. And you weren't making yourself quiet, so they knew you were coming. There's 5 of them. 2 of them have crossbows. The other 3 just have, they're shillelaghs. They got heavy wooden staves with a rock head on them. So this is combat for you too. So we have 2 separate combats going on with half the party asleep in a toxic stupor. So let's have a round here with Galen before we go back to Scrimbleshank. So Galen, go ahead, roll your initiative, add your dex if you've got a dex bonus.
2. I have added my dex bonus.
Okay, so 5. They go first, and they're gonna start off crossbow bolts at you.
Yeah. I've got -4 armor. Unless you
I
roll a 20.
I know. Yeah. Each of these are +2, so they're going to miss. As the rest
Combine
of
that,
them,
and you might just get me.
yeah, the rest of them rush in at you. They have +1. You know what they're going to do, actually? Seeing as you are armored and they saw the crossbow bolts just kind of plink off your armor, they're going to try and subdue you, is what they're going to do. So make me a strength test, please.
Oh, that they're going to win. They're going to win that.
Yep. And
Oh,
they're going to
failed
get
by
a
1.
gang up bonus. So that's going to be a -2. Roll. So 19, 17. Well, no, that's bad because that's over their strength, even with their bonus. So they kind of get in each other's way. But yeah, they obviously notice that you're a much better trained fighter than they are. So they try to overbear you. 2 of them go for your arms. 1 of them goes for your legs. And they just kind of get tripped up. So they do not succeed in getting a hold of you.
Mm-hmm.
So your turn.
Really? You're going to come for me? Really? Fine. I cast Mace to...
Do you hold your holy symbol? Do you keep it out freely?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
in which case, while they're attacking you, they should say, "You should give us your friends. The lady needs sacrifice. There's a blight in the land. Only a sacrifice can heal her." As they attack you.
There's other reasons for it. No, you're an idiot. You're a bunch of idiots. What was the population count for this group?
There were 20 people here with men, women, and children.
Yeah, time to depopulate the area.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing then? Your turn.
Mace to subdue.
Mace to subdue. Okay. Yep. Go for it.
Yeah.
I sacrificed the priest.
I can't. That -4. Okay, I just roll 4.
Okay. Well, with the damage is 7, you knock one of them out. You're trying to subdue, so don't kill him. You knock him out. Meanwhile, Scrimbleshanks, you are in the thick of it with 3 young men who are surprisingly not treating you like a fool. They're spreading out so that they've got you surrounded. It's obvious that they're not trying to kill you, just to take you captive. One of them actually has dropped his little lead weight and has gotten some rope. So go ahead, roll your initiative.
I don't like you. Uh,
6. Okay, they'll go first.
Well,
So
I
2
go
of the boys
first.
rush in, trying to knock you unconscious. These are +1, so the 1 hits. This is +1, so 6 points of damage. You still up?
yes.
Yeah, he just gets a good blow into the side of your temple. You shake it off. The third boy is going to try and lasso you. Now you can use either dex to avoid it or strength to shove at him just so that he misses. Your choice. But it's going to be either a dex or a strength
more
check.
dexterous than I am strong.
And of course, he may miss entirely too. So
Yeah, it could just go sailing over my head.
Okay, well, he's going to succeed, but with a fairly low success.
Oh, right, we're doing the... Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
More successful.
That was a dex check, so he does end up missing. You duck just before the lasso.
I don't
goes
duck.
around
I
you.
stand there.
Maybe you catch it and just throw it off or something fun.
Yeah.
Okay. The rest of you, even though a lot of sound is being made down here, a lot of thumping, and Scrimbleshanks is yelled out once, you are deep within a dream. It's a good dream. All of you are frolicking on just this grassy hilltop. It's a beautiful day. There are giants around you, kind of doing stonework, erecting these marvelous obelisks around you. They smile, they wave. All right. So we're just going to swap back and forth. So Galen, back to you. Go ahead and give me a initiative check. Okay, you go first. You downed one of your opponents. There are 4 left, 2 with crossbows and 2 with just staves. And again, they try to you should be helping us. A true believer of the lady's grace would know that this is necessary.
We can deal in other ways. Doesn't have to be like this.
She requires sacrifice. At least
Bonk.
give us
Another
one
one
of your
goes down.
companions. You knock another one down. I'm assuming that you're gonna have to go through the melee people first before you reach the crossbow people.
Whoever's in range.
Yep. Okay. So you knock down the second melee person. The 2 crossbow people, they got to reload. So they're gonna. One of them's gonna reload. One of them's gonna rush forward. Not even trying to take you hostage this time. He just pulls a dagger out and rushes you.
Yep.
He's still saying though that if you're a true believer in the lady, you know this is necessary.
We can deal with it in other ways.
Oh my gosh, it's laughable how bad this young man is at combat. He gets nowhere near you with his dagger strike, and the other one does successfully load a crossbow bolt though.
Oh, wasn't there one other? 5 in total, so there should be one other melee person.
1, 2. You're right. There is one more. Here he goes. He's going to swing at you with the staff. $14, 16.
Okay.
So it's pretty good, but he's still not going to hit a negative armor class.
No.
Yeah. He's a bit better. He goes for your knees. You sidestep a little bit though. This one seems to have had a little bit more training. Okay, back to Scrimbleshanks. Is there anything? Well, let's do initiative first. So go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Well, I didn't get a turn last time.
Oh, you didn't.
just
I'm
dodged.
sorry. Go ahead.
So,
Yes,
yeah.
go ahead. Do your turn.
All right. Hey, you die now. Sorry. Stop trying to attack me, and you will live. Maybe. Oh wait, where's my? If I can find my sword button.
Where did I put
There it
that
is.
sword?
There,
It's back here
it's over
somewhere.
here somewhere. I'm gonna focus on the one that I injured last time. So.
Sure.
Hiya!
Oh,
Do they have AC 13?
that goes very wide.
Let that be a warning to you.
Okay.
All right, and now I'll give you an initiative roll for this.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Okay. Oh no.
Hmm.
Oh, the one.
5. Okay, there you go first. Again, one's going to try and lasso you, but the 2 with the little bags of lead are going to try and brain you first. Well, these are +1, so 1 hits.
Oh wow, they're doing good.
+1, so 3 points of damage. And then the lasso. You can make either a dex or a strength check.
Yeah, I'll be dexing again.
Actually, if you want to wait to see if he misses first,
Yeah.
then it doesn't really matter. So 1d20, he misses. It just goes wide. We're not trying to kill you. We just need to take you captive.
And then kill
That's a
you.
shame. I'm trying to kill you.
I don't think so. You're really bad at waving that blade.
Trying.
You.
Trying.
The operative.
Oh god, and I do 1 point of damage again. And nick the
probably
guy.
he's like, ah!
Didn't you go first last time? So you didn't actually. It's not.
No,
Okay.
I didn't. I didn't get my turn last.
Okay.
Yeah, I missed his turn last time,
Yep.
so yeah.
Okay.
It's
Right.
the same one. You nick him again. He's like, ah!
Exactly. Get up, get everybody else. I don't know
Yeah,
how
you
to-
start yelling to
Oh,
try and get
okay.
everybody up. I tell you what, everybody who is out, if you will all make me constitution checks, you need to do really well. You have to have a high success, so a 10 or better under your constitution.
Nope.
So if your constitution is less than 10, you can't succeed.
Oh, 10 or
Would it
better
crit- would it
under?
crit do it?
No,
So you've
need
got to
roll a
get under
10
your
or better.
con with at least a 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
well,
could
I
have
got a
done it
3
with-
out
So
of
like a
10,
low
so-
success is not enough. You
Yeah,
toss a little bit in
alright.
your sleep. You might even hear Scrimbleshanks yell, but you just think it's part of your dream.
It's
Like, Scrimbleshanks is talking.
yes.
and
Most
you just
Persians always
ignore him
want
like you usually do.
on.
My constitution is an 11. I've got a chance.
You've got a chance.
It's an 11?
Yeah,
Yeah, mine's
he's a
an
big fat man with low constitution.
Yeah. I was gonna say you really let yourself go.
Oh wow!
No,
No,
not at all.
He's well into his dream.
Never
Well
wake
into
up
his dream.
again.
How about Constantine? Do you have a con that's at least a 10?
Oh, let me check my con. Give me a millisecond.
Well, I mean, surely a crit would do it anyway.
A crit would do it anyway. You're right.
So you
I have
could
a
do it with less
14
than-
con.
All right, yeah.
So.
Roll con
make me a
save.
con check.
Okay.
There we
Okay,
go.
low success.
Ah.
No,
Here we
it's a low
go.
success. It's not enough. You also might hear Scrimbleshanks talking in your dream, but you tune them out. It's the boy who cried wolf, Richard. Scrimbleshanks talk so much that everybody just tunes you
Damn, the natural
out.
one.
All right,
Wow.
let's go back to the farm building with Galen. So again, Galen, they're trying to beseech you. It's like, we can feel the lady's favor upon you. This must happen.
We can deal with this in other ways. We don't need to sacrifice. If that's the right way, fine.
Make
But
me a charisma
there's
check.
other ways first.
Make me a charisma check.
Nah, they attack me harder. But obviously, as I'm favored by the lady, I must be a really good sacrifice.
Yeah, obviously. All right, go ahead, roll your initiative then.
One. They go first.
Okay, so the one with the crossbow is going to shoot that off first.
Come on, shoot me.
It probably hits, but just knocks off your armor.
Stop
The
trying
other
to hit
two
me.
just attack you. No, yeah, they're not getting anywhere, and they know it too. So they continue to say like, the trees are dying, the birds are dying, the water has got a sickness to it. This is it. This is the only way. She needs sacrifice.
Then we'll find the source of the sickness and deal with it. I've done it before.
You can make another
in the
charisma check
meantime-
next round. Yeah.
In the
There you
meantime,
go.
someone else goes down.
You smack somebody else in the skull. The crossbow guy will have dropped his crossbow after that pathetic shot. So you've downed 3. There's 2 of them left, and at this point,
Mhm.
let me make a morale check.
Ooh, haven't had one of those for a while.
Yeah, they break. They drop their weapons. It's like, truly, you are favored of the lady, but this must happen. She needs sacrifice. We've tried goats. We've tried cow. Sheep. It's not enough.
Giants?
She
If there's
requires something with more animus.
If there's a source for this, we'll find it and deal with it.
Actually, at this point, since you are an emissary of the lady, they'll all kneel down. It's like, we'll sacrifice one of our children if we must. But surely, this Stoltheim amongst you, he's not one of us. He doesn't come from this area. You can do without. What good is the noble class anyway? Let us bleed him and burn him.
He's there to take the blame for these sorts of things. That's the point of it.
So yeah, they've just resorted to pleading. So I'm going to go back to the combat that's taking place because yours is effectively over.
Yeah.
Okay, Scrimbleshanks, you still have 3 of them. One of them has got a couple of cuts on his hands, but not much more. I think they tried to bargain with you as well. It's like, look, we're just going to tie you up and take your friends to a little ceremony. You'll be fine.
Right, and I told you I was trying to kill you.
Poorly.
So,
Initiative.
Yep.
All right. They have a 4. You have a 5. You go first.
All right. One of these days I will hit, and it will not be 1 damage, but today is not that day.
Today is not
Jeez,
that
I
day.
mean, what?
All right, so the 2 again are just meleeing. That 15 is going to hit. +1, so 7 points of damage. Are you still up?
Yes.
Okay, and
I was
then
gonna
again,
kill you.
so one guy is going to try and lasso you. Oh my gosh, complete miss.
Why don't you sacrifice one of your friends rather than me? Obviously, I'm not into this. Or tie up one of your friends. Obviously, I'm not into this.
All right, let's flash back real quick, Galen. So you know something's up. These folks have pretty much surrendered to you. What do you want to do?
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get my friends, we're going to investigate what's going on, and then we'll see what we need to do. Let's go back to the house, and we go back to the house.
Okay, you head back to the house. I'm going to say one more round of combat, just because of timing, and then you can come in on the next round. So back to you, Richard. They're still trying to take you prisoner as opposed to killing you. So the one is still going to try and lasso you. The other 2 are still going to try and just knock you out. So go ahead and give me initiative.
I was gonna say,
You're going
yes,
first.
I've rolled the best I possibly could.
Mm-hmm.
Now to roll the worst I possibly could. Look, people, I'm not submitting. Stop this, and maybe one of you will survive. Yeah, because I'm really deadly. Oh my god.
All right. Well, they descend upon you with their little socks of lead. Each of these are +1. So actually, they're both going to miss. But the lasso.
You rolled d6s there, as much as I hate to say that.
Yep.
I mean, if they could roll a 3 and a 6 on the 20s. There's a 6. Where's the 3?
Miss 13, a 14. What's your AC?
5.
No, that's still a miss. Okay.
Ooh, close.
The lasso also misses.
Woo! Does it get one of his friends? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Tangle up your own friends instead. Yeah, they're much better.
His lasso drops over one of his friends, actually over his friend's hand as he's about to hit you. That's why he misses. That's why that 13 misses. He yanks his friend's hand back, and he's like, he kind of looks at him like, "What are you doing?" You also notice at this point in time, like the families. The father and mother on the stairway, and they're holding like an infant in their hand, or the woman is, and she's just kind of muttering at the child, kind of soothing her. She's crying a little bit. About this time, Galen opens the door and steps in. All right, Galen, if you want to speechify, I'll give you a charisma check.
Well, first I'll tell them immediately take in what's going on. We have been here sent by the Lady to have a look and see what's wrong with this land. We are here to help.
Okay. Make me a charisma check.
No, it's not fair.
Okay. Yeah, that's not horrible. All right, so the woman starts crying, and the man puts a hand on her shoulder. It's like, I'm sure she would have grown up to be a fine lass, but it seems like we must sacrifice little Sherry. These folks won't do, it seems. These folks won't do. The boys back away from Scrimbleshanks.
Yeah, see how deadly I am.
Ma, you got a Band-Aid? I got a cut on my finger here. Well, you diffuse things a bit. The mother is crying over this newborn child.
Why are they so keen on these sacrifices? That's the next stage if we can't do anything on the first stage.
Well, you kind of calm things down.
They got plenty of people here.
Yeah, so Scrimbleshanks, Galen, you still are the only 2 awake. You seem to have calmed things down. They're not rushing you.
Wake up Radnor, because he's usually the smartest one.
Woo!
Yeah, you go over, you smack Radnar around until he finally wakes up. You are having an eating contest, a pie eating contest with a giant, and you're pretty sure you're about to take him, Radnar.
Could we just stab somebody to wake them up? I mean, is that a thing that we could do? Because they've got rings of regeneration, so it wouldn't actually do any permanent damage. But is that a quick way of getting somebody awake?
You could.
Okay, right. Noted for next time, just in case.
All right, Radnar, you're awake just as you were about to take another bite of a glorious blueberry pie.
God damn it.
Hey, Redknight.
You don't have any pie, do you?
Not on me.
We got some rhubarb. I suppose we can break it out of the larders. It doesn't seem like we're going to get to sacrifice you.
No. Everything all right?
Apparently, this is a disease and blighted land, and we've counted that before. It's probably a corrupted tomb or something around the place we need to deal with.
Showtime, you're smacked awake.
No,
You're playing an
peanut butter.
engaging game, a board game, with someone as you're woken up. And Scribbleshanks shoves a dagger into Constantine, who doesn't have a ring of regeneration, and kills him. No,
No, we gave him a ring of regeneration, I think.
No, I don't think so. That was
you got it back.
Given yours,
thought we
you only had
did.
four. You only had four.
All right, Constantine, you're woken up too. So everybody's awake
Hello.
now. You guys are really kind of still a little bit drugged out. You were having really pleasant dreams, actually.
I saved you all. Look at the back of my head. How many blows I took for you guys.
You just kind of messed up.
Blows to the head. What are you talking about, Scrimbleshanks?
I don't know, cannibals or sacrifices or something.
What?
These people.
Oh, it's just,
Places.
The father
Yeah.
speaks out. It's like, the lady must be appeased. We need a sacrifice. She would not accept our sheep or cows. We didn't want to give her our most recent born. We figured strangers would do, especially begging your pardon, your lordship and all, but we don't much like your kind.
I pull out the dagger of the lady. I pull the dagger of the lady out, and I'm just like, you really were gonna sacrifice me to my own patron? I'm
They actually look at you
chosen.
and they look at Galen and they're like, truly, this is impressive. Both faces at the lady.
And you were gonna sacrifice us to the lady.
Well, what greater sacrifice?
Uh,
I mean, had we but known, we would have murdered you all.
Fella, you know, the longer I hear this, the more I'm less willing to hear out the mother.
How many
My
people are
God.
in this room that aren't my allies?
Well, the whole family is awake and standing on the various stairs now. There's 20 of them, but they're not making any moves to attack you. The three elder boys have moved well away from Scrimbleshanks.
Hmm.
It would have been easier if we could have taken you in your sleep. You would not have woken up. I promise. Your passing would have been gentle.
The whole family's in here?
Yeah.
Excuse me for a
All
moment. Could
20
I
of them.
speak with my companions outside for a moment? If you'll excuse us for... I just need to catch up on what I missed.
Yeah, they just nod.
I usher all of my companions outside.
As soon as everyone's outside, you hear the door being barred and bolted from the other side.
Yeah, that's fine. Is there a window that we can look through?
Oh, yeah, there are windows aplenty.
I look to Radnar and I go, fireball him.
Do not do that.
They tried to murder us. They were going
Oh,
to
no, why is it-
sacrifice us. They need
Wait,
ill
are they
will.
all in a room?
They're
they're
all
all in the
main
house. We
Yeah.
went outside of the house. I'm telling you to fireball the fucking house.
No,
Like,
I'm saying they're all in the house. They're all within a
oh yeah.
covered area.
Oh, you're gonna
Yeah.
mass bowels them, please?
Fuck yeah, I am.
Something. Do that. Yeah.
Mass dyspeptic bowels. Fuck you guys.
Oh, right. Yeah. So you can see through the windows, everybody kind of doubles over and starts running out of both ends. Even the little baby.
Good.
I mean, that's better than what I was planning on doing to it. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm not going to roll saves for that. That's just funny. All right, you got your revenge out, Radnar. Although I don't know why you're complaining. I mean, you got a great meal and some great dreams.
Well, like I figured it was better than fireballing them. You know, they'll live to
it's
tell the
something.
tale. So you know,
I still don't want them to live, but I
All
think
right.
they should be killed. Like, that's
Galen
not a
can-
good thing to have in our area. We're gonna have cultists sacrificing people.
Well, see, that's the thing,
Yeah.
Schultheim. You're not native here. So Constantine could tell you, and Galen could tell you that. Yeah, I mean, sacrifice is part of the old religion.
It is. It is.
Well, let's sacrifice them and solve the problem.
Well, they had been sacrificing themselves.
Well, we
Didn't
can
work.
sacrifice 20 of them. Must be better than one of them.
No,
Do
look,
you
if there's a
mind-
source, the land is blighted. We find the source of the blight and we put a stop to it, and then we got perfectly fine people here.
They did sacrifices.
don't.
It didn't work. So we gotta. It's obviously has to be from some kind of source, because, well, if it's not the gods doing, then if it was the gods doing, they would have stopped by now.
Yeah, the gods are gone.
Everything has a source.
Yeah, actually, Constantine, this is probably the first you've heard of this, that the gods are gone.
What?
Well, the big
The
ones.
gods are gone.
Well, that's
This is
good.
where
I follow
we
Titans.
are, and the gods are somewhere else.
That's cool. I follow Titans. They aren't gods. They're their own thing.
I don't know what those are.
That's probably a good thing. They're their own thing. They're still there. Probably not the greatest for my sanity at times, but you know, it's fine. They still haven't demanded of anything of me yet, sadly.
Nor have they given you anything yet.
Yes, that's also true.
Mm.
So Galen probably shows you the wicker man that was all being prettied up for your bodies to be burned inside.
And this was what they were gonna burn us in that?
Yeah, I mean, if you follow the lady, you should recognize it.
Radnar, give
Yeah.
me your ring that protects me from fire.
Oh.
okay.
That completely
Oh, wow.
protects me from fire, correct?
Like
Perfect.
you can borrow it, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I'll give it back. I'll give it back. I'll
Alright.
give it back. I need
Alright.
to prove a point to these people. I put the ring
We can
on.
do that.
I go back in the house.
Ooh.
All right, well, the door is barred and locked.
I
and
knock.
they're all crapping and vomiting their guts out.
Mm.
Kind of.
When you're finished, I'll let you sacrifice me.
All right, so some of the sturdier young men will come to the door, and they say, "You agree? You agree to be
Well-
a sacrifice? Excuse me, I seem to have
You-
crap in my drawers."
Your sacrifice is to burn the sacrifice, correct?
Of course.
Well, let me prove to you that I am no sacrifice and I am more a visionary of our goddess's word. You try to burn me, and if her flames do not hurt me, will you follow me?
He reaches behind the door, pulls out a torch, and just shoves it into your middle.
Yeah, I let him light me up.
Yeah. So the ring also protects your gear, so like you don't light up at all. It just kind of smothers the torch.
Would you like to try in the scarecrow over there? I'll get in one of those, but the lady
They're
protects me.
They're awfully hard to build. I mean, it took a lot of our straw to build the man. If you're not going to be a proper sacrifice, I'd rather not ruin it.
I put my hand directly on the torch and just stare at them.
Hey, okay.
I just hold the torch. Like I'm assuming they like let go and back up.
Yeah,
I'm just holding it by the burning top, like I'm just staring at them.
So it wasn't a good choice, it seems, but we still, if we don't do something to appease the lady, we'll all be dead.
You say you follow the lady.
Why?
Do
For
you
generations,
trust?
his family has followed the lady.
Do you trust my word as a man of the lady and of the ruler of this land? And will you follow me?
Make me a charisma check.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do I get a bonus?
No,
lucky
just
not
because
getting a
you're a
negative.
foreigner.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna give you not a negative.
That's a low success.
Okay. So like he just kind of nods his head as I suppose I'd have to believe what I see with my own eyes. You're protected by the lady for sure, as are your friends. The hen was formidable. He's not so good with the sword, but quite formidable. I've never hit someone across the head so many times and them not go down.
Yes. And so you say that you follow me.
Can you heal the land?
I can do my best.
That's all that can be asked.
Okay. I want to
I
take.
pull out the
I
dagger.
realise it's also middle of the night and we.
Yeah.
But I want to take 10 minutes to try and just activate my magical side and see if there's any sign of this light around. That's actually evident.
What's everyone else doing while Galen is focusing his inner eye?
And not watching out for fireballs.
I'll go last.
I'm gonna pray to the Titans for some guidance or something like that. Why not? Won't do anything, but I might as well do it.
Titans are deities of strength. When you have to ask something, it proves that you're weak, and of course they're not going to help you.
Well, I was gonna. I'm not begging. I'm asking for a fucking. Oh, okay, whatever.
See, this is why Jenkins always fails. It's like they're like, he's weak. We'll give him nothing.
Fine. If you're not gonna show me the fucking truth, I'm gonna fucking kill some bitches until I do. I'm gonna find.
It's that scene from Conan, isn't it?
Yes, that's exactly.
Don't do this to hell with you, Chrome.
Yeah.
They want me to defy them and proceed to beat the shit out of everything.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Okay. I'm gonna. Is the Wicker Man still there?
Yeah, it's still there.
I'll put that in the back of my mind for later.
Okay. Galen is going to send some magic around him. Scrimbleshanks, you do anything in particular?
Not really. I guess. No, I don't. There's nothing I really want to do here that I can think of now.
Radnar?
There's no point in killing them off.
Yes. I don't know. I'm paranoid and still pissed off about being woken up. So
That pie was just so close to being devoured.
it was really good. So I'm gonna kind of just nonchalantly walk around and make sure nobody's gearing up to fuck with us.
All 20 of the family are there. Like it's like you can see them through the window. Some of them are still having trouble because of your spell. But earlier on, you had seen everybody in the fields. You took an account. They're all here. You don't think there was anyone else.
Okay.
But you can keep an eye out. Galen, their shrine to the lady is what's protecting the household. Like you can see the aura because it is a proper shrine. It is consecrated. And it seems to protect the home, the house, the fields to a certain limit. When they said that the night goblins would leave a symbol on the farthest wood, it is quite literal. The wood or the tree that they point out is the farthest extent of the lady's protection. And there does seem to be an illness past that. Like the trees don't look terribly healthy. Some of them look very healthy, but they've got odd growths they're not colored correctly, and the vegetation and like the fruit that's coming off of them they smell sickening. It's just not right. Hold on just a second. My wife is looking for something. Let me see what she needs here.
I'm gonna do
while he's
something
gone,
bad.
we sacrifice the village to the lady, and
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing while Galen's busy with 10 minutes. That's why I want to go last.
I suggest putting the people in the Wicker Men so that they may be used
Oh
as an
no,
example.
it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better. I've been waiting for a moment like this ever since I killed the demon bitch, or released her maybe. But now I got people that swear their fealty to me. I'm sacrificing them to the lady, 100%.
Based. Fair enough.
Stoltime's turning more chaotic as he's
You
following the
gotta
lady.
you gotta provide an example of you can't just be fucking drugged and attacked in your own goddamn land. That's not supposed to happen.
Well, it's also just I found people that follow his gods, so it's just like, oh, you wanna, you follow me? Oh, you're mine? Okay, that's what I needed last session. She was like, you need people that are yours. I'm like, got it. These people aren't mine. These people are.
Don't know
Okay.
if that will count enough, but we'll find out.
All right, I'm back. Sorry. Okay.
I close the door and latch it, so I'm inside with the family.
Okay.
And I pull the dagger out again to show them, the symbol of lady's power and all
Okay.
that. Swear yourselves to me.
Ooh. Make me a save. No. Make me a wisdom check. It's you against the blade.
Okay.
Fail.
10 out of 12.
fail.
High success, I would say, right?
Yeah.
You put, yeah.
You have a higher success.
Stoltime?
Yes.
You have to murder one of them.
I wanted
You have to.
to.
You absolutely.
I wanted to. Here's what I told everybody while you were away. I'm sacrificing all of them to the lady. I want to sacrifice all of them. They said they follow the lady and they follow me. If they vow themselves to me, last session, the demon lady told me I need people that are mine. If this is true, they're all going.
So you are possessed. You let the blade take over.
I willingly
and
let it happen. I want them dead.
There's no noise because as part of the enchantment, they did give themselves to you willingly. But on the outside, if anyone is, I don't know, this is even better. You're turned away from the windows. You're talking to each other. So the camera pans. You see blood just splattering all over the windows on the inside.
Shanks walks past, looks at the windows, gives a thumbs up, walks on, keeps on walking.
Fucker should have invited me. I would have helped him.
Galen, you've got your special vision on. So while you're noticing this, you're noticing a blight that's just outside of where their last little bit of tilled earth is. And you're nodding to yourself, thinking you've got it. But then there's a surge of power from the altar. And the protected area expands out. It almost doubles in size. Some of the vegetation that's very corrupted just dies, but some of it gets better before your eyes. Like it's cleansed. It gets some of the vegetation grows very strong. Some of the trees straighten up. They drop their cancerous fruits. They bud out fresh fruit.
Oh. So it's working?
And then Stoltheim steps out, covered in blood.
Yep, knife still dripping in my hands. Do I come to my senses at that moment?
You did it willingly. You didn't black out at all.
Perfect.
So no, you were
Perfect.
completely, aware of
Mm.
what you were doing.
Mhm. And I'm just sitting there dripping with the blood dripping off the knife still, and I look up and I go, I think I realized why the lady has chosen me to spread chaos. It's not to spread chaos for the followers of the dark side of the lady. It's to wipe them out. I am the chosen, and I shall make sure that the light of the lady is the only thing that remains when I am done.
They killed. I don't blame you.
I
Wow.
am a messenger of the light. I have
Of the
found my
darkness,
calling.
Wow.
Let's see how many sessions this character survives.
Yeah, but you can't argue with the results, Galen.
Yeah.
The consecrated ground just doubled in size.
Did
The
it remind
ladies
me of
will
the
be
demon?
done.
The
Sorry,
demon
go ahead.
blighted land from before?
Yeah.
Yeah, another demon buried somewhere.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Mission
yeah,
Invader, we're
it
not
does.
exactly sure what's going on with Dion's mic. But yes, the cackling was was very good. Very good cackling, despite the crackling microphones. Yes. All right. Well, that seems like a good place to end it for the night.
Yes.
Stoltheim walks out covered in blood, and everyone is like, just like thumbs up, I guess. No one seems to be too. Is anyone actually lawful of alignment at all?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm lawful, but the issue is they attacked us
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. So lawful is not the same as good. So like you can believe they deserved it as a lawful consequence of their actions. It just all depends on how your character sees it.
They tried to attack us, and by law of strength, he outstrengthed them, so he gets to kill them and their children. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. I don't make the rules.
Radnar, how about you? How does this fit with Radnar's beliefs?
You know what? They messed with us. What can I say? Like I'm not for just random violence, but you mess with a green company, that's what you get.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can again. Lawful doesn't mean good or evil. It's just how you rationalize it to your character. If you think it was just, then it's just as far as you're concerned. How does Galen take it? Obviously, what was done was favorable to the lady. Her power grew here.
Yeah. But if you kill the followers of the lady, then she run out of followers.
They're still followers of the light. That's what I care about.
Not if you go around killing them all.
No, those are the bad ones. I kill the bad apples. You take the bad apples out of the basket, and then you don't get other bad apples.
Yep. Yeah, so we'll end it there. And Galen, yes, the blight that you saw did very much remind you of what happened to the land when something was bound beneath it. So it could be in somebody's delving into one of these burial sites, they might have opened a prison, releasing some of creatures' malevolence into the land. Entirely possible.
I'm gonna have to impress one of my titans soon somehow.
But let's go ahead and end it there, guys.
Anyway, yeah.
Richard, what do you got going on? Tell us all about your channel that has no vowels.
I got nothing that can top Schottheim's amazing performance there. So I'll just say, watch me play video games badly here on Twitch at LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now. Limited
time offer.
No vowels.
No vowels.
No vowels.
No sacrifices either. I guarantee you that. No sacrifices.
Are you sure? What game are you playing?
Well, okay, Shadows over Loathing. There might be sacrifices in that, yes. It's only Stickman.
There we go. All right, Dion, tell us all about your channel.
Well, when I'm not playing TTRPGs with all my super cool, awesome friends like you guys, you can find me at my channel at Substance is Used, where I play retro JRPGs and I do some GTA 5 roleplay. We're playing through the Suikoden series. I'm more than halfway through the second one. I've been going through them pretty fast, and that's, you know, that 8-game series that I'm tackling is probably going to be done sooner than I thought. So come by on the weekends for retro weekends, check it out, hang out during the week, find me doing some GTA 5 roleplay as an old lady, selling pot to people. It's all cool.
It's awesome.
Jameis, tell us about your blog.
Yeah, I haven't posted anything recently because there's just nothing I want to remember. Forget everything.
All
Dream
right.
to forget.
Bill, what you got going on with the frogs?
Well, doing my Lost City of Baracus. Just had session 43. And almost to TPK. I had all but one of the PCs put to sleep. But they pulled it out now. So you ever wanna check it out? Hit me up and I'll get you in the game.
Okay. And of course, if you found us, you know where we are, but do check out my podcast channel, Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. Almost 14 years worth of podcasting stuff there, but also all of our links to all of the social sites, join your Discord channel. The YouTube channel can use some love. We're so close to having just that 100 people following, and that is where all of these live streams end up being cached to. So if you missed any of the prior ones, go and check out the YouTube channel. You will find them there. And I am now making a note that Hex 11 has 20 less population in it, dropping it to 120 people. Yeah, heroes. Say goodnight, everybody.
Night.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night, everybody.